Hey everybody, it's Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I am so excited to share with you such a fun card. And I just love how easy this was to make, and I did some kind of fun things, and I think you're gonna like it. And I even have a cute little treat pouch to go along with it, which is ridiculously easy. So let me show you how I created this project. So first of all, I'm going to start with, move all of this out of the side. We'll start with a card. I've got all my cardstock pre-cut and ready to go. You can find all the dimensions for everything I use along with my complete supply list on my blog. The link is in the description right below here if you click on show more. And first of all, I'm starting with a Melon Mambo piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to be stamping on a piece of Whisper White cardstock. Now to do that, I of course will protect my work surface with some paper. So I'm using the Heart Happiness stamp set, which has quickly and a little bit unexpectedly become one of my absolute favorites. I love the hearts in this stamp set, and they're so easy to work with. I actually have been making quite a few cards if you've been following my blog with this stamp set, and I also have an online class for this set, and you can actually register for that. Again, in the description, I'll have a link for that. So I'm going to start by stamping the background in Pink Pirouette. Woo! Going randomly all over the back. And you might be laughing at me. I need to re-ink my ink pad, but I'm afraid that if I re-ink it right now, my background isn't going to look as pretty. So if I can get through this video, then I'll re-ink it. Sometimes if you re-ink things, it can affect how stuff comes out. So I wanted to make sure that this card looked nice in the video before I re-inked it. It's just a fact of life. I would call it an occupational hazard. Okay, so I started with the largest ink, or the largest stamp image, and I'm going to continue with the next largest image and also a darker color. Okay, so this is Peekaboo Peach, one of my favorite colors. So pretty. And I love the random stamping. And again, random stamping is so easy to do because you don't have to have anything planned out or anything. But I find that you want to make sure you're spreading those images out so they're not all bunched up in one spot, and when you go off the edges, it makes it look a little bit more natural. I'm going to finish this up by using the darkest color and the smallest image, and again overlapping. This is in Melon Mambo ink, and I just love the combination of these three colors. I actually had started this card out with a different color combination but didn't quite like it. So I switched up the Melon Mambo and I was really happy with the results. Okay, just a few more here to fill this out. Like so. Maybe one more right there. That looks pretty good. I often end up adding a couple of extras at the very end. So there we go. Okay, so I really like the look of this. We'll close up our ink pads. Now I'm going to layer this on a piece of black cardstock, but I took that black cardstock layer and actually cut my heart out. Now I'm using two dies to create this frame. The first is, here we go. I was going to say, I know I had them out here. The first is one of the hearts from the Sweet and Sassy Framelit collection. These are like the layering hearts. Then the next one is from the Inside and Out bundle. And these are like words that have frames around them. There's a heart and an oval. And so when I put the two together, die cut them together at the same time in the center of my black paper, this is the result. So I have these two pieces. So I can take that, I'll set it aside for a moment, and then I'll adhere this layer to this layer. And I really like the black standing out on this. And actually, when I first made this, I had started with the black the black heart because I knew I liked the idea of the black heart, but I wasn't sure what the background was going to look like. And that's when I changed up the colors here a little bit from what I originally started. Okay, so this will go right over the top, but I really wanted the lovely to stand out, so I did a couple of things to make that happen. First of all, I'm going to take my Clear Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to paint on the lovely, just that section, and it's hard to capture that in the photographs. You can see it pretty well, I think, in the video. But that Clear Wink of Stella just highlights the word lovely on our heart. I'm not coloring anything else in except for that part. So that looks cute. You see that shimmer? Oh yes, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Get it? Lovely. I know, it's terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, then I'm going to take, and I've cut a strip of cardstock that's 1 inch wide, and I believe it's 4 3/4 inch long. Again, that information's on my blog. And I'm going to push this in my triple banner punch all the way. And then what I end up with is this banner, which is wonderful. Now, what I'm going to do to it, though, is take it a notch up. I'm going to run my bone folder over this a whole bunch of times. And what happens in the process of doing this is I'm breaking down the fibers inside the paper. So I'm kind of creating 2 layers of cardstock. And you can see I'm doing this on both sides of the cardstock. Oops. So that side, and then I'll flip it over and do this side, and you can see they are completely separating, all on their own. So I'll just kind of finish that off, and we're going to save the second piece because we're going to use it in a moment, and then I'm going to use this piece to adhere to my card. Now, I'm going to use some dimensionals, and I'm going to take one of those edge pieces. Need my scissors here, and just cut kind of a length of the edge piece so it's one longer hunk, and I'll just place this down right there, and then we'll add it to our card like so. Then I will take the lovely, and I'm going to actually adhere that to my strip. Now, by the way, this thing that I created with all this cool texture, that is called the faux suede technique. And I've shown it a bunch of times before, so you may have recognized it from other videos. But I'm now going to pull out my favorite adhesive method, which is to take some liquid glue, squirt it out on my silicone mat, and then sponge it onto the piece that I want. This is particularly useful in this case because I can just put the adhesive on the lovely portion, which is going to stick to my banner, and then maybe just a little bit on the bottom tip of my heart. Okay. So now I'll go ahead and adhere that right down like so. And you can see it's adhered wonderfully to my card. I don't have any sticky fingers, which I love. And everybody lived happily ever after. All right. Next, I will add this to my card. Like so. And then I really wanted this to kind of just pop a little bit. So I loved it at this point. But I thought there's a couple things I could do to really make it pop. The first was I was going to spritz it with my black marker. And I'm going to just spritz like so. You can see when I flick that, I get all these gorgeous speckles on there. And then I was going to actually repeat that same process with my Clear Wink of Stella. So to do that, I'm just going to smack it against something. In this case, I'll use my marker that I just had. And I'm hitting it pretty hard, actually. And when I do that, it puts little speckles of spritz all over the card. So you can see those speckles to make the card kind of shimmer a little bit. The last couple of little details are, I'm going to tie a bow, and I promise you on Friday, I will have bow tying in slow-mo for you. So come back Friday for my Friday quickie and you'll see that. But this is such a pretty bow with this black shimmer ribbon. And to adhere that, I'm actually going to use Fast Fuse. I love Fast Fuse. It is really good and sticky, and it holds ribbon just like this down amazingly well. Okay. Oh, and from February 8th to the 12th, while supplies last, if you buy one dispenser, you get 2 refills for free. What? That's right. Shop my online store for details. Okay. I had to put that shameless plug in. Do you like it? All right. Next, the last, actually should say last, what I'm going to do is just add a few rhinestones. I love adding a little extra shimmer on my projects, so I'm just going to pop a few of these on here in different places because they just add a little extra shimmer. And I kind of like putting them in triangles, although I'm only going to put, I think, a couple up here. I like odd numbers of things that looks visually appealing. But I also like using my scissors to place them. So there's my card. How easy was that, right? Okay, next I created this cute little gift bag. So I used our gusseted cello bags, which are so convenient for little treats just like this. And then to make the clip and tag, I'm using that leftover piece that I created of the faux suede. So I'm going to hold that. And then I'm just going to stamp my hearts once more. If I would have been thinking, I'd have done that at the beginning when I was stamping everything and all my ink pads were open, but oh well, we'll come back to it and it'll be all good. So I'll start with my big heart, like so, and then I'll put my other 2 hearts on there as well, overlapping, like that, and like that. Super cute. Then I will add my sentiment, and this is actually from the Perpetual Birthday Calendar stamp set, which is, or I think it's called Perpetual Birthday. Again, all the details are in my blog. But it's a really great stamp set, and it has some fun words, and it says, "Here's to celebrating you," which I kind of love. So I'll just stamp that right on there over my hearts. Okay, and I will pop those up onto that little banner, and then I'll just clip that on, and we actually have little clips in our occasions catalog right now. So I'll just stick that down, and you can see the clips come in a bunch of colors. So I just took one of the silver ones, but we've got Lemon Lime Twist, Bermuda Bay, and these are Berry Burst, but I think you could get away with these being Melon Mambo too, so it's all good. So anyway, I just clipped that onto my bag like so. And how adorable is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. So I hope you liked my projects. If there's anything you'd like to purchase, or if you'd like to register for my online class using the Heart Happiness stamp set, please check out the links in the description below. All of the links for my supplies are in there, so you can shop away. And of course, when you become a Creativity Cave VIP, when you order through my online store, and there's all kinds of fantastic perks, I'd love to welcome you into my VIP program. And of course, I would love being your demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Have a great day, and come back and see me again soon. Bye-bye.